Coffey.
Thank you. Larry and Peter, I think, and council members, I think this is a phenomenal way for the city and the ROA to partner, to have a win-win situation for both entities. In this park, you know, I've lived here since 1998, and this park has been the place to set up stages for every event that we have had. And I think it's a great idea, and I think that we should move forward with this. Peter, would this be treated as basically just a I don't know if I want to use the word addition to a park, but it's an amenity, like if we're putting in a swing set or something like that?
Yeah, from a land use process, that type of thing, we have looked at the permitting process, and the only thing that's required is what would be considered a building permit. It would involve, I needed to look up at the exhibit, it would involve construction of the foundation slab, right. Bringing the electrical over to that, so that's, it stays within that building permit process, and amenity or construction within it doesn't change the character.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Ehrenreich.
Appreciate you bringing this proposal forward in the spirit in which it's brought forward. Just strictly out of curiosity, not trying to second guess or anything else, but you know, I had thought that area off to the side there was, or below, I get that, which is at the bottom of the screen, which is kind of a natural bowl, or not a natural bowl, but it was made into sort of a stage and a seating area. Is there a reason you didn't go there as opposed to putting it up in the trees, or?
The reason we've always put the stage at the other locations is because that area is always wet. It's just a bog down there because of the bowl shape that you're talking about. All the water drains down there, and it's very, very uncomfortable to sit in.
The other comment, I guess, is I would encourage it if we do go forward with this project to look at, you know, if we need to upgrade our electrical. You said this doesn't solve our electrical problem at the park. To look at it, if you need to bring forward a proposal, we can find some one-time funds to make that upgrade. I mean, this is not an ongoing thing. It is my concern does go to the ongoing costs. I mean, I think probably one of the bigger mistakes that we've made as a council over the last few years was to bring, you know, 4 large parks into the system with essentially no funds identified to maintain them. And as we enhance the parks, I understand a service organization is willing to maintain it, and as long as that happens and actually goes forward. I mean, I've heard many offers over the years for citizens groups to step forward and they'll do this, they'll maintain this, they'll volunteer for this, and then never hear from them again.
Sure.
And so, you know, I'd love to hear the commitment, the specific commitment. It would have been nice if the service organization had come up today to join you. I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth here, but we do have serious dollar problems, and as I said before, we've never had the funds to really maintain these parks. That it's been something that was brought in, and we never identified the money for it. So
you know, we'd be looking at probably $2,000 a year to pressure wash, touch up paint, do things of that nature, which I would guesstimate the stage could generate that much revenue in and of itself. So I think it would be it would pay for itself in terms of revenue generation.
all right.
We have the acting president of the Service Club, the Lions Club, that's here, and I'd like to let Chief Goodpasture talk.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask if that would be okay, Mayor. And before I pass the mic down the table, one of the items that Larry and our staff have looked at on the power issues that was described, one of our current issues is providing enough power for this type of a venue, and so being a dedicated circuit and new wiring and all of that will be set up to kind of solve some of our problems. It won't fix what's on the other side, but it will serve the use that we kind of see our current problem, if that makes sense. So I fully understand. We'll come back with a proposal to take care of some of the lighting and those types of things. But one of our problems is setting up for a stage, and so this would try to solve that use issue that we currently have.
I guess what I'm saying is I encourage you to bring forward a proposal at the same time to fix all of it.
Absolutely, I appreciate that.
We'll see if we can identify the one-time funds to do that.
Appreciate that.
in
Thank
the
you.
process. I have been to these, these events in which it seems like everybody has set up a generator around in order to power their particular little thing going on, and I do know that I couldn't hear the music at one end of the park from 30 feet away because of the generators that are running, and I'm assuming that what you're going to be bringing into this stage is enough power to power the full concert, the full bands, the electrical bands, whatever you're bringing in, such that you don't need to bring in a generator to do it.
Correct.
That's the idea. And what I'd like to do is finish, if we're going to be using this park as councilmember, as a place for these venues, then let's get it set up. Again, identify the one-time funds to do that. So
Let's also track this item very closely as we move forward in a description. Chief?
Madam Mayor, as president of the DuPont Lions Club, an organization of 52 members and growing, we talked about this maintenance issue at our last meeting last Wednesday, and the club was unanimously in favor, if at all possible, to take on the responsibility of long-term maintenance to this stage area, seeing that as a continual bedrock community service project for us for years to come for the community.
Any other council comments on this item? Seeing none, Councilmember Hills.
I'm very glad to hear that this proposal has been made. My one concern was, will it have a concrete base? And you answered that, and I'm so grateful to know that it's not going to be rotting wood out there. I'm looking forward to it happening, and since this is a possibly one-time offer, I really hope that it goes forward. I can see that it would save you money in not having to rent the stage. Right. And it would save the city money on the events where we would normally have had to have rented a stage, and the power project being included makes this sound like a really very useful proposal. Thank you very much.
Like I said earlier, we tried to do it right. We had it professionally designed. We tried to look forward and see what the objections might be, and I think we've covered everything that we could foresee anyway. So.
Well, folks, it sounds like we have a project, so start the process. Keep us all updated on where we're at and what's next, so there is no surprises, because I imagine we're all going to get emails and phone calls of, hey, what's going on out here, so we need to be informed.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Nice job.
Please believe me, gonna tell it to you slow. It's a real true saying, one monkey won't stop no show.